since I was asked to talk about hay fever, uh, the best thing is to go again directly to see our experts, to see what these bullshit artists are telling us about this hay fever, otherwise called allergic rhinitis. Rhinitis, inflammation of nose. So, cause of hay fever. This is experts talking. Hay fever is caused by immune system reacting to allergens you breathe into your body. Well, number one, you don't get allergies only through air. Okay, so that's right away here is a kakai story. So the immune system views these harmless substances as dangerous. Okay, so again, the fault is immune system that basically mischaracterizes the substances that come into our body. Okay. Okay, so here, leading to release of chemicals such as histamine, leukotrienes. Okay, they forgot the most important one. So, vasopressin. These chemicals cause lining of the nasal passage sinuses and eyelids to become inflamed. Again, an allergic reaction can be done on skin and inner skin, which is the mucosal tissue. So, only when we talk about hay fever, okay, in hay fever, this is allergy towards plant protein, pollen, and most likely it is going to be experienced through affecting breathing passages. So, what do we have here? Inflamed nasal passages will cause symptoms like runny or stuffy nose. Okay, so why does inflammation cause a runny nose? Sneezing, red, itchy, and watery eyes. Okay, so now we're going from nose into eyes, yeah, because it's also mucosal tissue, and the allergy may affect your eye only, not even affecting your nasal tissue. It all depends on the dehydration of cells, in which area the cells are more dehydrated. Swelling around the eyes because of inflammation, nasal congestion. Still, they do not say why we have runny nose if our nasal passages, for example, inflame, or why do we have teary eyes when we have a problem with hay fever. They don't explain this. Why not? Because they don't understand. Types of hay fever: seasonal hay fever, perennial hay fever. So there's two different allergies. Why? Because this perennial is caused by indoor allergens such as dust, mites, any part of the animal skin that contains their protein, if it comes to unprotected and on cellular level dry tissue. Again, they don't explain this because they don't understand jackly squat. Symptoms of hay fever, okay, we just tell them. This is all, but okay, here they have addition, fatigue. Why fatigue? Because when you have dehydrated cells, you also have dehydrated and toxic blood. Electrical currents has too much resistance because toxins are resistors, and we feel low of energy. Low of energy is fatigue. Now, treatment of hay fever. Medications. Okay, immunotherapy. This type of treatment involves exposing the body to small amount of allergens to build up tolerance. You see, this we are talking about genetic adaptation. Cell's body will adapt if slowly exposed to something that is toxic to it, and it will adjust to it to be able to live with it. But this is not the proper way to deal with this situation. Again, misled experts, 007 agents, this is the only thing they know because they simply do not understand what happens. Now they say complications of hay fever would be asthma, sinusitis, ear infections, frequent ear infections, eye problems. Okay, why? Well, again, they will say it's a fight with gen and antigen. Your immune system attacking the allergen. This is bullshit. Okay, this is bullshit. Let's speak frankly using language of science. Baloney. So let's skip this and let's reveal the truth. Hello, my friends, esteemed colleagues, family. I spoke about allergies, but being in hay fever, I'm getting a lot of requests to address the situation about what to do about hay fever. And of course, people are always looking on something that is going to immediately stop the problem. So those must be probably people that recently came to see and got to get to know some of my videos. And there's some even attempted to do the protocol. And comments come, well, my daughter is drinking plasma already for more than a month, and there are no changes in the way she reacts to pollen. Well, we have to understand that medication basically is symptomatic. It addresses the symptom. When we have allergies, hay fever is allergy to pollen from protein of plants. And what happens when pollen hits the body? Well, if the body is not well protected from the foreign proteins, then it is going to try to wash it off. And for this, it needs plasma. And if the cells are dehydrated, they do not have the luxury to waste plasma to push it out and wash off the protein that has attached itself to the cell. And this foreign protein is disturbing the cell. So there is no other solution that the organ that is being in this situation is going to go into process of inflammation to increase the pressure of the extracellular fluid, and with more pressure force some plasma into the cell, which then cell can use to wash off the protein. This is very simple to prove when people have swollen eyes, red eyes, because of influence of the foreign protein allergic reaction. Because all you have to do is take some water and spray on your eyes, and irritation stops, and eye does not swell anymore, does not have the inflammation. This causes a problem. Now, where do we have these reactions? They can be only on the skin, not within the body. So it's either the outer skin or inner skin, which is the mucosal tissue, which covers our openings to body, so our eyes, nose, mouth, so the respiratory digestive system. And of course, the skin is that would be the mucosal tissue, eyes, everything that is moist. And then you have outer skin. Now, when is outer skin going to become sensitive to pollen or foreign proteins? Is if we wash ourselves too much with detergents or soaps, because we are going to melt down the grease protection that skin has, cholesterol. And when you wash it off, you're exposing yourself. If foreign protein comes, the cell is going to try to wash it out through sweat. And for that, it needs liquid, plasma. If it's low on plasma, they have a problem. So you are going to have local inflammation. So you get irritation with swelling, itchiness. That's how you react to it. Problem with mucosal tissue is, well, to create mucus, you need plasma. If you are deficient in blood plasma, you are going to create less mucus. When you eat the wrong food, you are also going to prevent proper hydration, which is going to leave you dehydrated. And this is when the situation of foreign protein attaching to the cell is possible. So what does medication do? Those are anti-inflammatories. They take the inflammation down. They do not remove the culprit. They take the inflammation down. So now when inflammation goes away, itchiness stops, redness stops. So, okay, well, this is how we deal with this situation. Well, but then you have to live with these pills during hay season. And then God forbid that you have animals in the house, because their flaky skin or the hair will give you the allergic reactions. So you cannot have any cats, no dogs in the house, no birds, because they also lose protein. They also lose the skin flakes, and feather goes around. Now, why are people in this situation? Dehydration. When you refuse to take salt and you don't drink enough water. But drinking water without salt, again, is not going to hydrate you. This is why you have to have plasma. You have to take salt and water. Eating the incorrect diet, what it does, it demineralizes you. contrary to what we are being told, that we are going to receive, that we can only receive minerals that are chelated through plants because they have to become bioactive. This is all bullshit science. Those are the science of vegans, of soyans. It's a soyans. Okay? There's zero truth in it. You can grow plants hydroponically, no minerals. Animal cannot survive unless it's properly mineralized. So when you eat meat, you're getting minerals. If you are meat eater, not omnivore, not with vegetables, straight meat eater, then you are receiving all the minerals you need. You don't have to get minerals from the outside, but you still need water. But once when you're toxic, the amount of minerals you receive through meat and the water that you drink, they're raising your blood plasma levels very slowly, your body starts releasing more toxins from the tissue to be able to get them out by cleansing the blood. But it will need for this, more toxins come, more plasma is needed. You are not poisoning yourself through food anymore, so absorption of intestines is good. And since there is a great need of plasma, every drop of water is being sucked into the bloodstream from intestines, you end up with constipation, hard stool. We have to understand exactly how the body works. Leave the science to scientists and vegans and supplement pushers. It's the same baloney. You know, all these truth channels, they're not promoting now pharmaceuticals because that would be hypocritical, but they do another hypocritical things. They're promoting supplement industry, herbal industry. Have tea, have supplement this, have supplement. It's the same as the pharmaceuticals. Exactly the same. Works the same way, works through poisoning, and it's loaded with money. These people make tons of money. And they can afford to pay advertising. And you have many of these truth channels, and the biggest advertisers there are the supplement pushers. Wake up. Supplement pushers are no better than pharmaceutical companies. All these claims that something is better, whatever, it's always better because of suppression, not because of healing. Problems will continue and will become greater in time. Because suppression can work only that far. Finally, the bodies become so dehydrated that they break down. So what is happening with how does this hay fever work? What is allergy? Well, exactly what I explained. Foreign protein gets stuck to unprotected tissue and needs to be washed off. Try to drive a car, and car in front of you goes through mud and you get mud splashed on your window. Now, put your wipers on. What is going to happen? You get a smudge, nothing happens unless you put freaking water there. Same is with the cell. You get dirt on a cell, the cell has to wash it off. Needs water. Needs water that it can push out through membrane and wash it off. If it doesn't have it, if the cell is too dry, the emergency button of forced hydration is triggered in, and you get local inflammation that causes the redness, causes additional pressure on the sensory nerves, so it causes itchiness, even pain, because through pressurized liquid, you are forcing plasma into the cell, so then the cell can squirt some of it out and wash off. So your eyes inflames and then starts tearing and washing itself off. It has to tear and it has to go through this inflammation process when blood is toxic and cell is not hydrating in its normal way. So it has to be hydrated through emergency, forceful hydration, we call inflammation. And when you are taking a herbal supplement to help you with allergy, well, the herbal supplement is only taking care of inflammation. Turmeric deflames you a little bit. Many of these herbal medicines have the same action as a pharmaceutical medicine. They stop the regular process of the body that makes us uncomfortable. And we think, okay, my allergy is gone. It's not gone, it's still there. Only you don't have a symptom right now because you poison your body to stop inflammation. And no inflammation, no symptom, you feel okay. But as soon as medication wears off, if the dirt is still there, you are going to go in the same inflammation, in the same exacerbation of allergic reaction. When you start doing the protocol, self-healers protocol, you are stopping poisoning yourself and you are starting hydrating. But as you hydrate, body, as soon as body has some plasma available, it is going to go into cleansing mode and it is going to start cleansing. And you feel even worse. But the problem is that expecting. Okay, I started the protocol. I'm only 2 months. I'm only 3 months, and nothing is happening. Well, of course, nothing is happening because it takes 1 month approximately just for body to cleanse the blood a little bit. Then, when blood is a clean blood becomes, the cells receptors realize and they start relaxing the membrane, cellular membrane. So the pores open up a little bit more water, more plasma can go in, more lymph goes in, and can take the superficial garbage out and slightly hydrate the cell. Not fully. Full hydration happens only through osmotic pump, and this can work only when body is full of energy, which is when we are not wasting it by thinking. So either when you're taking snooze during the day and then you feel suddenly very tired because all the energy available is now being commissioned or recommissioned to go from everything else into cellular hydration, which means your cells are going to be increasing the voltage and zapping sodium and turning it into potassium. So then they can engage the osmotic action. Most of this happens during the night when we are sleeping. But again, if you are in a glucoholic state, you don't have energy for this because you are not producing energy from fat. You are not eating, so you cannot bring the carbohydrate from the outside. And your body cannot properly work. Cannot do what it's supposed to do. You cannot even sleep. You wake up hungry. You need to eat something. You are irritated. You are lacking energy. It's all connected. Every so-called disease is related to dehydration. Every one of them. And to solve the problem, we will not do it just by hydrating. Yeah, you can hydrate. You can actually drink plasma. And you can hydrate the blood. And blood will be cleansing. No matter what you eat, blood will be cleansing. And it will cleanse what you just ate and toxins which are in the blood. But the cells are remaining with closed membranes because blood is constantly toxic. It's either toxic from toxins which body is releasing into the blood, or it is toxic by toxins that it is absorbing from the food. So unless you stop poisoning yourself through what you are eating, you will not hydrate on cellular level, which means your affinity towards foreign proteins is going to remain. You're going to remain allergic unless you hydrate on cellular level, which means you got to stop poisoning yourself. No herbal teas, no supplements, no plants of any kind. Just staying on a meat, animal products, and plasma. And it will take several months before your cells will be hydrated well enough because remember, your cells are toxic. So as soon as you hydrate a little bit, they use the fly loves me. I must smell something bad. So the cells are also controlled by programs. So the program says, okay, I have to be hydrated. Another program says, but I have to be clean. So depending on the level of toxicity or how much of the type of a toxin, it will be then decided by the program if the cell can hold some of the plasma or has to use it to eliminate problematic toxins. So detox is going to go on and hydration will be gradual, little by little. So it depends on many different factors, how quickly you are hydrated to the level necessary so your cells have enough plasma to wash off foreign protein if it shows up. And then your allergies are gone. No more allergies. I guarantee all allergies will disappear if you follow protocol correctly and you hydrate. But following the protocol correctly, and many people are not doing it. Many people are doing their version of the protocol, ignoring certain things, which then stay in a way of proper cellular hydration. Cellular hydration is the key, which involves deep cellular cleansing. Now, nobody ever knew before about deep cellular cleansing. Nobody would talk about it. I mean, nobody even talks about plasma, blood plasma. Nobody. Am I an idiot? Am I talking about something that doesn't exist? Well, try it. It's very hard to trust information that is completely contrary to anything else that is there. I don't try to convince anybody. I'm just exposing things. And now it's up to you to give it a shot. Try. But before trying, please read more of my material so you understand what symptoms represent. Because if you are using science that you learned in the school or that is being pushed on you through movies and news, then you are going to misunderstand your body and you will think, oh, I'm getting sick. Whenever you feel symptom of disease, this is actually a symptom of your body's reaction to toxicity, trying to get rid of it. So it's actually part of the healing process. It's not part of incoming disease. We have to start understanding this and putting it into this thing that we have in our head. We have to make synaptic change in the brain. It's like starting to play new instrument. It's hard at the beginning because how can everybody be wrong? Well, because we have been all misled. This is going on for thousands of years. It's nothing new, but now it is so blatant in our face that it's easy actually to see it. 20 years I'm talking about this, and I had how many? 7,000 followers on YouTube. You can make a funny song and you get millions followers. This is how unbelievable and contradictory this message is that I'm sharing with you. Now, you have to be already in a process of awakening before you will have even ability or capability to understand anything I'm saying. So those people who are following my work, they're awakened people. They're already awakened and they can get it. They share information. Sometimes I have a couple thousand hits on my site, on my website, WordPress site. And then day after I have my regular couple hundreds, because this is regular awakened people, and the rest is the sheep that is being shown something and and goes forward because it just doesn't react. They don't recognize. When you start waking up, when you hear the truth, it immediately resonates. You just go like, wow, how come I didn't get to it before? It's so obvious. Well, you are awakened. If you're not awakened, it will be brick wall. Don't just banging off. Nothing stays there. So if something sounds truthful from what I'm saying, don't stop there. Go watch other videos. Go in my site. Every end of every video has a link to my site. There in a search window, you can just put keyword allergy, high blood pressure, kidneys, liver, eyesight, and articles where I cover the topic will show up and read about it. Get my book. If you have no money, if you don't have the 20-some dollars I asked for it, just send me an email. I'll send it to you. I live from donations. And even the selling of my books, it's donation actually. So I understand it's very tight now. I live in a fabulous place, but it's not mine. The grace of God, I was put here to enjoy it. Because what I get, I share. So we have to share. We have to share, but number one is we have to learn the truth. Because this is going to liberate you. You don't need doctor, you just need to know the truth. This is why I don't want anybody to call me doctor. Call me Darko, call me friend, brother, professor, teacher. Even though these terms I don't like because teachers are just mouthpieces reading a script. Same as with professors. None of them uses their Google because they would not teach what they do. Things are so obviously wrong that we are being told. But only once when you start waking up and you start actually thinking. So if you have a problem with allergies, hay fever, and stuff like this, I wrote articles about it. I've made a video about it. This is another one. But study more of my work so you can actually understand the symptoms that you are getting. And you have to realize that healing is a process because you are not suppressing symptom. You are actually helping your body to deal with situation the way it is designed to do it. But it needs a little bit of help because we are constantly poisoning it and depriving it of minerals. Plant food has no minerals. Yes, some, but not nearly enough. This is why herbivores need supplement minerals. More you are on vegan diet and vegetarian diet, the more salt you need to take. Well, but actually, vegans and vegetarians are deadly afraid of salt. Why? Because, it makes us feel bad. I have a salt and all of a sudden my skin breaks out. I get diarrhea. Yeah, because you're so toxic that a little bit of salt helps to raise a little bit of plasma and body immediately goes into detox. You drink a little bit of milk. Milk is plasma. Raises a little bit of plasma, bingo, you go into detox. Start producing toxic mucus. Sweat. Skin starts smelling awful because you are going into the detox. We have to understand the symptoms correctly, not the way we are being told, because it's all contrary to the truth, because it's controlled by cabal. Rockefeller controlled our science of medicine. This is why it stopped being medicine, it became medicine. And it's not scientific, but it's scientific. It's all twisted. If you want to heal from allergies, follow the protocol, follow it correctly. If you need help, ask for consultation, or it can be done also strictly through email. Allow me to guide you, and you will see you will get rid of these allergies. But yeah, you will have to change your habits. You will have to change the way you eat, the way you drink, and many people don't want to do it. I don't have digestive problems. I don't need to change the food. I have allergic problems. It's all connected. It's all one. It's all based on frequencies. Well, thank you for listening. The protocol. I offer it for $22, I think. Again, you are short of money, send me email. I'll email it back to you. It's all on your digital form. Borrow it from a friend that has it. People that have the protocol, you can share it with your friends. Help them. But keep in mind that because of the system, I cannot work. If I start having patients, I'll end up in a jail quicker than you say Zoomzilla. I don't even have a bank account. Cannot get into it. So donations is what keeps me going. Thank you very much for listening, and don't be lazy. It's to your benefit. Do the protocol. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Love you. God bless you. Namaste.